Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me tonight for Seek and You Will Find. This is where you get to ask me a question and I'll give you an answer in the form of a healing. So if you have a question to ask me, go ahead and write it in the chat bar. And I'm going to go ahead and set the energy for the session with a prayer. As we cleanse and heal the temple of the soul, may it be with the blessing of divinity that it shine its countenance upon us and bring us peace in body, mind, and spirit. Amen. Okay. Oh, if you write a question, go ahead and address it to admin, and then that way it's anonymous and nobody knows that you've written the question. So I'm going to start with a brief healing on the choice of my own, which is a present time healing, because we're just a few days away. Actually, we're one day away from New Year's Eve, and we just came out of the holidays, Christmas and Hanukkah. So we're right in the cusp of events. And so some of your energy might be in past time and some of it may very well be in future time, looking at 2025. So I'm going to just take a moment here and ground everybody into present time. Well, fortunately, this year, there's a lot of enthusiasm for the new year. So there's a lot of excitement. So everybody's energy is a little tilted towards future time. And the energy of celebration has already started. There's the energy of wanting to get away from 2024. Yeah, and move right into 2025. However, we still have one more day. So I'm going to pull everybody back into present time. Because what happens if you're out in future time, you can't really create for yourself. So all of those things that you want to create for 2025, you've got to be in your body to create them. So it's important to be in present time. Okay, everybody's starting to come back into present time. And what's cool is that you all came back into present time, but you didn't lose your enthusiasm. So I like seeing that. That's great. And now everybody's just kind of like sitting and anxious. Okay, let me fill you all in with some gold and then let's get to it. Okay. The first question I have is, I am currently under a lot of financial and legal stress. I have a big court date coming up on January 3rd that will determine a lot of things going forward for me. Can you light up a positive outcome for me and also for prosperity? Thank you for that question. Although your opponent is a tough case, what I do see is that your side is going to be heard better than in the past. You've done a good job on your mock-up. It looks strong. And I'm going to work with you to help you set the energy for that day. The vibration that I see working for you and being set for you is it's a sparkling green. It's a light sparkling green. And now I'm hooking it up to Supreme Being. There's a lot of gold being brought in and a lot of space, like I was saying earlier, for the judge to be able to hear what you have to say. It looks to me like the other side is going to appear greedy, is what I see. Although I do see that the judge wants to try to make this as fair as possible. So on the day, on January 3rd, bring your crown chakra to a light sparkling green, because that's the energy that's like your success energy, is that light sparkling green. And if you bring your crown to that, then you'll be matched with that for that day. And Supreme Being is saying to be patient, to let things unfold. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and fill you in with some gold. And then you also made a request for prosperity. So I'm actually going to use that for everybody on the call and give everyone a prosperity healing. So thank you for that. So the first energy I see coming out is that of like can't have and disbelief about being able to be prosperous. However, because it's where we are right now is right at the turn of a new year, there's a lot of positive outlook on prosperity right now from everyone. Supreme Being is bringing everybody up to this vibration of gold that is a prosperous vibration. And taking out and eliminating self-doubt. And bringing in the vibration of courage, like courage to believe in yourself. And again, just like I was saying to the person that asked the question, I'm being shown a picture of everyone bringing their crown chakras to that gold vibration to be prosperous for the new year. And everybody's auras are being brought up to gold as well. Yeah, I like that request. Thank you very much. That was great. I'm going to fill everyone in with a gold sun. That's a great way to start out. Seek and you will find. So thank you. All right. Excuse me. I have been having some breathing problems lately, and I'm hoping you can give me a healing on it. The first problem is that I have a hard time catching my breath lately, and the second issue is that right before I'm about to doze off to sleep, my body stops breathing altogether. There's literally not a breath that comes. It scares the crap out of me, and I end up jumping up, and then a breath comes. I lay back down and start to doze off, and it happens again. Any thoughts on what's causing these challenges? I definitely now appreciate that our breath really is our life force energy. That's for darn sure. Okay. Thank you for that request. There's some sort of energy affecting your diaphragm. It's a red-brown. I'm going to start grounding it. There's a location in your brain that it's tied to, so I'm going to ground that as well. And to me, it just looks like there's a lot of energy on that connection. Some of it looks old and crusty. It's starting to move. The other thing that I see going on, that's clearing. The other thing that I see going on is that you have what's called a death picture lit up. And a death picture is just like from a past life where you have a memory of having lost your body. And I see that gets lit up when you try to go to sleep, that then all of a sudden, when you're trying to go to sleep, that death picture lights up and it scares your body. Let me clear that. And that death picture is in your third chakra, which is in your solar plexus, which affects your diaphragm. And just for your own information, that death picture was from a ship, like an old ship that you were on, and you died on deck from some kind of disease. There you go. You just cleared that. And I'm going to help you bring in a big gold sun. Okay. And let me know how that goes for you, please. Okay. I'm filling you in with gold. All right. Thank you for that request. I have another request over here. Let me just, read this. I have a year and a half, or I've had for a year and a half, a left hip flexor injury that has not gotten better through physical therapy and chiropractic care. Now I'm having excruciating pain across my lower back, across my left hip, down the IT bands, and under and around my knee. Can you please check out what's the cause and clear foreign energy to promote healing? Okay. Let me take a look at that. There's a lot of like a reddish brown energy. I'm just starting to ground that. And have they checked for any tears? Boy, there sure is a lot of energy on this. Some of the energy I'm looking at is down the female line, like your mom and your mother's mother. both of their energy is in this space. Well, now we're starting to get a little bit of movement. That's good. I think like some of the picture from your grandmother has to do with effort and hard labor. And I don't know if that's true with your mom or if that is just the picture that came down from your grandmother, but I see both of their energy in this space, as I said, and I'm just working on clearing that. All right. Well, you're clearing about a third of what I'm looking at. Yeah, that's what your body is ready to clear tonight. So I'd be happy to take a look at that again next time and see if we can't get a little bit more to clear. But like I said, you cleared about a third of it. So I'm going to fill that part in with some gold. Okay. Thank you for that request. I hope that helps. Okay. Let me go on now. Please help strengthen our immune systems. Okay. This is for everyone. You know, this ties in with one of the earlier questions, or not questions, but requests to help with the breath. Because the first thing that I see about the immune system is that it is not getting enough breath and oxygen. So I'm going to open that space up. Boy, that made a difference. That brought in a really sunny, bright yellow gold. And then the next energy I see is a lot of stress, and more stress. So let me clear that. And as I clear that, what I see about the stress is not taking time for yourselves to give to the body. So there's a lack of giving to the body. And what I mean by giving to the body would be like giving the body enough sleep, giving the body enough water, giving the body the right kinds of food. And keeping the body in present time so that you can actually hear what the body's trying to tell you. Okay, now we're getting some gold into that, what's called the body being communication space, where you want to be aligned as a spirit with your body so that you can hear each other talk to each other, so that the body can hear what the spirit's trying to tell it and the spirit can hear what the body's trying to tell it. So that's much more in alignment now. Okay, I'm going to fill that in with some gold. And thank you for that request. Okay. Please refresh the paths to keep me confident in decisions I've made in regard to medical treatments. There's a little bit of fear in your mock-up for the best medical treatment. So I'm going to help you clear that. It's a white energy. And underneath that is where I see your certainty in your mock-up. Yeah, already clearing some of that fear, as it's not all gone yet, but as it's starting to come out, underneath that is a really nice gold, and that's where I see your certainty. There's also a pretty blue showing up, like a sky blue, and a light spring green as well. And what I see about that fear is it's largely other people's energy or the result of other people's energy. It's not yours. And that's starting to come out. It's kind of the fear. It's lumpy and sluggish, but it is moving. And I'm going to hook you up to Supreme Being so that you can feel your confidence and your certainty in your decisions. And the healing you're getting from Supreme Being is really nice. It's like calming you down, and it's all set at gold. And now when I look at your mock-up for health and wellness, it's such a different picture. It's got the gold, it's got the blue, the green, and it's your energy, not a foreign energy. So good job. And I'm going to fill you in with gold. Okay. Thank you for that. All right. I've been feeling depressed a lot lately. Can you look at that for me, please? There's some very dark energy in your space. I'm going to show you where it is so you can clear it. It's not your energy, though. There's a large part of it that is your father's energy. And some of it is your mother's energy. Good. You just started letting go of a lot of it. It also has to do with agreements that you've made in your heart chakra. And when it's time to change those agreements, how difficult it can become sometimes because obligation lights up. And so I'm going to give you a healing in your heart chakra as well. It's okay to take your next steps. Okay. I moved a lot of your dad's energy out just now. And after doing that, it opened up the space for you to bring in a much lighter, brighter vibration. I'm going to go ahead and fill you in with a big gold sun now. Okay. There. I hope that helps. And thank you for the request. Okay. I have been under the weather for a week with either a head cold or a sinus infection. Can you give me a healing on this? Yes. Yes, your sinuses are quite blocked. Especially on the left side. And there's a lot of red, like underneath and around your eyes and your telepathic channels. Let's see what will move. Some of that energy is the energy of feeling dutiful, like that you are obligated to your duty. That's what's in here. And a lot of responsibility energy is starting to come out. Good. It's starting to move, but it's sluggish. It's very slow moving, but it is starting to drain. So that's the good news. And what's draining is this really awful green-gray energy. Good. That is good. It's been loosened, so it's coming out. And you'll probably be draining for a while. Okay, let me fill you in with some gold and let's get that replenished. Oh, good. Yeah, you're releasing now, so that's good. All right, thank you for that request. Okay. I'm really struggling with making big decisions on travel, timing, and financial opportunities. Could we all get a healing on making decisions for the best and highest good? I like that. Thank you. Well, for the person that requested this, the first thing that I need to do is separate you from your mom, because it's very difficult for you to be neutral to what it is you're trying to look at with your mother's energy in your space. And her energy is a red. And I like that because that could go for just about everyone, taking their mothers out of their space for making decisions. So I think I'm going to do that for everyone as well. Yeah, you have all your information on making good decisions. It just was getting clouded because of family energy. But as I was saying, if you take that out of the picture, then you have your certainty. Your certainty right now with this particular set of decisions that you're trying to make is it's a royal blue. And as you start to say hello to that, there's a little strip of gold showing up on top of the royal blue. Whereas before, you were trying to make decisions with a lot of that red energy in your space, and the color in your crown was like a brown. So that's not going to be your best decision making space. But now you're at a royal blue with a lot of certainty in there. And you did that pretty quickly. So good job. For everyone else, I'm also going to ground that space of certainty. And that's showing up like a sky blue. Okay. I'm going to fill everybody in with gold. Good. All right. Thank you for that. There's a request for self-affinity for one person in particular, but I like that. I'm going to do a healing for everybody on self-affinity. That's your ability to like and love yourself. First thing I'm clearing is negative self-talk. Negative self-talk is in response to people who are in competition with you. So I'm going to take out the negative self-talk, and I'm also going to take out the competition. And other people's judgment. And also going to ask Supreme Being to give everybody for chakra healing in the center of the chest, because that's where your self-affinity resides. Oh, and the first thing that Supreme Being is taking out is punishment. Other people punishing you for liking yourself. And it's a really sweet healing of where you're being reminded of your value and your unique, like what's special about you. Your individuality, your brilliance. Now that's such a nice healing. Thank you for that request. That was really beautiful. I have had chronic skin itching for years. Am developing tinnitus and holding lots of weight in the belly. Can you please do a healing for me? You know what I see is your mother's judgment in your space and a resistance to it. So that's what I'm going to be working on, is clearing your mother's your mother's judgment. And all of the judgment may not actually be directed at you, but her judgment, some of it is, but it sticks in your space because of the resistance. So I'm also going to work on your resistance to it. So it's a spiritual issue, what you're experiencing. I know that you've got different things going on, but it's a spiritual issue. And I don't know if your mom is still alive or not. It doesn't really matter because the energy is stuck, whether she is in a living body or not. There you go. You're starting to release some of that now. Good job. As that judgment comes out of your space, there's a flame orange coming out too. And that is your resistance. And when I hooked you up to Supreme Being to get a healing, the first thing Supreme Being did was to tell you how kind you are as a being, that you're a very kind being and woman. Wanted you to hear that. All right. I'm going to fill you in with gold. And thank you for that request. Okay. Oh, I guess that's it. All right. Well, that's the end of the question. So you guys, thank you so much for hanging in there with me. And let me go ahead and give everybody a New Year's Eve healing. Well, pre-New Year's Eve healing real quickly. This is to help you set the energy for tomorrow. So that you can have an element of playfulness, and fun, and good times with your friends and family. And if you're alone, maybe some good meditation time to work on your mock-ups for the new year. And the energy is being set at like a party kind of confetti and sparkly vibration. That's great. All right. Well, thank you. Let me close out. May it be with the blessing of divinity that this seek and you will find be complete tonight in the sanctuary. Amen. All right. Thank you so much. The next thing that we have coming up is Friday night is a meditation on new beginnings. And we're going to close out 2024 and set the energy for 2025. So please join me for that. It starts at 7. All right. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Have a wonderful New Year's Eve. And I will see you on Friday. Bye-bye.